Watch Who?
Hello. And welcome to Watch Who, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Mark.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm a Doctor Who fan.
And I'm new to Watching Who.
Watching for the very first time.
Very first time.
And, well, I was going to do like an intro thing where I was like, we need to do this episode in 42 minutes to like match the episode. And then I was like, is it going to be 42 minutes? Is it going to be over? Is it going to be under?
I can do it in 42 minutes, Mark. Can you do it in 42 minutes?
Well, I think so. Let's see. Let's not aim for 42 minutes, but if the edit comes out at 42 minutes, that would be great. I'm not going to try. We shall see. We'll all know by the time we listen, everyone.
Okay.
Well, it's 42 this week. Actually, I was going to say, I haven't really got any updates or anything. But before we start, I just wanted to ask, what was Wuthering Heights like?
Oh, really good, actually. Better than I expected. Well, that's a lie. I shouldn't say that. Different to what I expected.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews.
So I think like critics are quite like negative on it, but a lot of audiences have enjoyed it. There's not as much sex as I anticipated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like there is sex scenes, but I feel like it's sort of been like marketed to be like really sex heavy. I expected, like, I think all of us in the cinema expected, like it came up with the card of like, you know, the age card and stuff and what's on it. And people were giggling. I think we were expecting a lot of high level romping, you know?
Okay, I had no idea it was like that because I thought it was like Hamnet or something like that. That type of thing.
Closer to that sort of thing. I think because of the way it's marketed, it's very sexualized as the marketing for it. So I think, obviously, you know, it's the same director as Saltburn. By the end of it, there were a lot of sniffly people, like crying.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Where were you going with that, Mark?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It feels contemporary, but it is a period piece.
Well, it's got like Charlie XCX as the soundtrack and stuff. I had no idea about that.
Yeah. So, like, it's definitely a period piece. It's set in a period time frame, but there's something about it that feels very contemporary and now. Someone was talking about Emerald, what's her name, the director, and they were saying like she's really good at picking what is a feeling of now, and I get exactly what that means, like, because it is it's definitely a period piece. It's like set in the era it's supposed to be set in, but also the costumes all feel like now. Like it feels like relevant to, like, they've got the shoulders bare. I can't explain it. Obviously, Charlie XX has done the music. I can't explain it. I can't put my finger on what it is. But
okay, no, that's interesting. I just wonder when you said you were going to go and see it, and obviously there's no link to Doctor Who here, and I can't link it to 42, but it can be your watch of the week recommend.
Yeah, I'd definitely go and see it.
Great. Well, I might wait for it to come on streaming, which won't be long in this day and age.
No, it won't be long. It won't be long.
Or I'll try and get it on my Tesco Tuesday. Maybe I could do that on Tesco Tuesday.
I think it's worth it to see. It's like, yeah, I think it's sort of like, I don't want to ruin anything, so I won't talk about it.
Well, I was just thinking, if we were still doing our books on film podcast, we would definitely be watching it and talking about it. Yeah. Because I get it mixed up with Jane Eyre and that story.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, well, there we are. Completely irrelevant at the beginning of the podcast to Doctor Who, but interesting nonetheless. That's the watch part of To Watch Who.
Yes, that is.
I always think that whenever we talk about other things, that's the watch. That's what that means. Not the Who.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Who part.
No, well, okay. Well, let's go on to the Who part.
Whoa! Now that is hot.
We've got no engines, no time, and no chance.
We're stuck here.
There may be something else on board the ship.
It's picking us off one by one. Tell me you can stop it.
I'm not going to lose her.
Doctor Who, Saturday at 7 on BBC One.
So 42, I realised actually, so when this was on, we'd had a week off because Eurovision was on. It was back in the day when they like stopped everything for Eurovision. So we had a week of no Who, and then we came back to 42. And it is interesting because it is 42 minutes, standard length of a new Who episode, and you've got that countdown. A bit like, I've never seen 24, but that like each episode is like an hour in real time, isn't it? I'd like to see 24. That was like a classic, early 2000s that started.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea. And I was thinking, when I was seeing that clock countdown, I was thinking that's what you would appreciate every week, to know how much is left in each episode.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's a very simple premise for an idea, which I think we've had before in Classic Who. Maybe not to the same extent of 42 minutes, but we've had the extent of like, we've got an hour left and we're seeing them, but it's usually like over 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, like a countdown, base, people just stuck in one place. It's another like cheap episode, I would say, contained like middle of the season episode, but it works really well. And this is the first one. This is the first one written by Chris Chibnall, who will take over and run Jodie Whittaker's time. I don't think it got much. Like the fans weren't really bothered about it at the time. It's always like, oh, that was a bit of a boring one. But I think, I had watched this even more recently, like a couple of months ago or something. I would choose to watch this one. I think it's quite fun. Well, let's start at the beginning. So Martha is a proper traveller on the TARDIS. She got a nice cardi on.
Yeah, she's changed. I thought you'd noticed she had changed.
She's changed. Maybe sort of the similar top, actually. I think she's just changed the cardigan and trousers. But anyway, clothes watch. She's found that wardrobe. She's settled in.
She's got time to pack a bag from home.
Well, I don't know, because Lazarus, she just got straight into the TARDIS and off they went.
I don't know if she didn't. He came back out and said, actually, we didn't see her get back in.
Oh, okay. Maybe not. I can't remember.
They were in her house.
Yeah, true. Yeah, she would have got all that stuff that was on the dryer and just gone like, yep, going to put that. Well, but then it's like boiling hot and she takes that cardi off straight away. So anyway, so they're in space and we have Captain Michelle Collins from EastEnders guest starring this week. Quite fitting that she was also in that show. I never watched it, Sunburn.
Okay.
She's from Sunburn. There was like a long-running BBC show, maybe early 90s, and she released a single singing the theme tune of it, which I need to track down. But I don't know, maybe they just cast and they're like, who do we have in this like hot sun-themed show? I don't know, Michelle Collins.
She's great in it. She's a well-known actress.
Do you know who else was in it, though, that I didn't realise? One of the crew is the policeman from Shameless in the first couple of series.
When we were watching, we realised, so who are you talking about? Because Mark's dad from Peep Show, because we've been watching Peep Show recently, is the other guy that gets turned into...
the engineering guy, the sort of older guy.
Yeah, he's Mark's dad in Peep Show.
Oh, I didn't realise that, because there's the younger guy. There's the guy with Martha Riley, not him. He's actually a regular in Waterloo Road. That's what I recognise. I thought I recognised him from the other guy who's with him at the end.
From Waterloo Road.
Well, he is. He's from Waterloo Road. I'm like, the other guy that's with him, the sort of younger guy that survives at the end, is the one.
Yeah.
So a good cast. Well, there's a few other people as well that get killed, aren't there? There's quite a lot. I didn't actually catch all of their names. Sorry, crew, that I haven't named you all. But you know, it's quite, like I say, it's a contained thing. And also, I meant to look up, which I'm just quickly doing now while I speak. There was a film out just before this called Sunshine, which is basically exactly the same premise. 2007, directed by Danny Boyle, and I feel like it's very similar. Oh no, maybe it's just also got the sun in it. I should have looked this up before. Anyway, they're out in space, and it's to do with the sun and taking over people and stuff. So, but it's a very classic Who concept, isn't it? Someone's been possessed, all that kind of stuff. But also, in space, in the New Who episode, where they do this like future space stuff, it does all feel very consistent, doesn't it? This crew, and I know the Doctor wears that spacesuit again, it feels like it's the same kind of time as the Satan Pit one,
yeah,
the Toby one.
In fact, to be honest, as it started, I was expecting it to be another 2 episodes. It felt very similar.
Well, it feels like it's just in the same time. And I'm sure, where else have we been in space? Like, it just feels like the future is also this kind of it's got a consistency. Whereas in Classic Who, they'd land and be like, everyone would be in like silver foil in space, and then they'd land like somewhere else and everyone would have their underpants over their trousers or something. Do you know what I mean? But here, like the look and like the feel of it feels like it's the same kind of people around the same kind of time when you're out in space in the future in New Who. I quite like that you've got that consistency, because it already feels a bit familiar. It is like that crew could be like the same crew as the Satan Pit lot.
Oh, yeah. I think that's why. But also, I wonder whether some of it is just because they kind of know audiences wouldn't go for that nowadays. Like, if you were to put in a mainstream TV some guys in silver outfits and underpants.
No, probably not.
That's the reality. But you could get away with it at like 5 o'clock on a Saturday or like during the week on CBBC. But if you're going to be doing 7 o'clock on a Saturday prime time, you're not getting it.
No, it's just like it's jeans and a nice top instead, isn't it? In space.
It's just how audiences are now. It's moved on, and in a way, it's kind of the show that it's moved with it.
And the episode, because it's got that countdown, I don't know if it is but it just feels like you just go straight into it. There's no messing around. They land, they're helping out, everyone's got something to do, and it just goes really quick. So Martha goes off with Riley. Hang on, I'm just going to double check that I'm calling in the right name, because everyone will be like, you're calling in the wrong thing. No, he is called Riley. Just checking. So Martha goes off with Riley, and they've got to get through these like locked doors and stuff. And they've got quiz questions. I thought of you in your quiz. What did you think of the quiz questions that they had? So they had, well, the first one was about the first flight of the ship. The second one was like the numbers thing. Oh, the maths one. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Then it was Elvis or the Beatles.
That was
number
funny.
ones. Would you have got that?
No. I knew it would have been close. I probably would have gone for the Beatles. It was Elvis, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was Elvis because of that remix that came out, like the Doctor says. Because I remember do you remember when that remix came out?
But I thought it was pre-download.
Yeah, this is pre-download. Yeah. Because actually, I mean, even when is this? 2007. Like, downloads still quite early. It's like, I remember downloads coming out in 2006? It's still like a really early concept. But unfortunately, I think the Elvis Beatles thing is very dated now. Whatever year this is set in, I mean, it would be Taylor Swift now, wouldn't it?
But actually, I think it's because they are two timeless artists. It doesn't matter. They are both two big artists. I mean, even now, I can't think of anyone bigger than... I don't even think Taylor Swift will have sold as much as Elvis or the Beatles.
Oh, I suppose not. And I suppose they could still be releasing stuff between now and the future. There's going to be some more remixes out,
because they're so much older. Like, their songs are still being... Like, you're still getting those. People still play those songs. People still I mean, the Elvis film came out. People are still playing Elvis, you know?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to mention. Do you know what? I've just come into my head talking about Elvis. I don't really like Elvis. But you know what I'm going to say?
You're going to talk about that post, that gig, aren't you? I knew it.
So, oh my God. These people wanted to hire out the theatre. And we're like, fine, okay, what are you doing? And there was two of them. But between the two of them in an evening, one would be young Elvis, one would be Michael Jackson, and then I don't know which other one would come out as old Elvis. So it was Michael Jackson and Elvis night tribute. And Well, it didn't. Let's just say it didn't happen in the end because
It
you didn't
didn't
sell any
happen. Of course
tickets.
it didn't happen. We're not a tribute place. And I was like, why are we booking this? And you were like, well, I was like, no, Mark, we've got to stop taking these bookings.
And then you had the task
I had to make
of trying to make a poster
for it.
It was a good poster, actually. It was a good poster. No, we did a deal. We were like, if you sell like 100 tickets by this point, it can happen. And then I phoned up and I was like, how are the ticket sales going? We've not sold any. How are you all going? And the guy was like, yeah, we've sold loads. We're having a coach load of people. And I was like, great. And then the other guy phoned up and was like, I'm really sorry. He lied. We haven't sold any tickets. And we're not like, and they were like arguing and stuff. And then the whole thing like didn't happen.
And you don't know which one that was, Michael or Elvis.
I don't know if that was Michael or Elvis, but they both fell out and the show never happened. And it's probably a good thing. But if it had happened, I would have probably known the Elvis question. I would have gained that knowledge. Yeah, so it's quite fun doing like the quiz question thing because you got that countdown and Martha phones her mum. We've got a bit of a continuation of what was going on last week, but her mum is still like, okay, let's just say that this is the next day after the Lazarus experiment.
Oh, yeah.
She's still like, oh, are you still hanging around the doctor? She's like literally met the doctor once, like we said last time.
She's not as argumentative as she was at the Lazarus experiment. She's not, but it's there.
Yeah, I mean, we get like 3 phone calls with the mum. I quite like that going back and forth. There, we do find out, just skipping ahead, that somebody else is listening in. So there's something else going on there. So I quite like that they haven't just dropped that from last week. There is a reason from last week that is carrying on over. What are you thinking about that?
Mr. Saxon, that's another reference of him. So we're hearing more about that. And it's something to do with voting and an election coming up because they're talking about that at the end. It's a weird one because the mother comes across very independent, but I just wish she'd like, her character was just a little bit more like at that point, she's very hard. Even with them, she's like, I'm not saying you're voting. And it would have been nice, I think, to have seen a little bit more vulnerability.
Yeah, it's sort of one note a lot of the time. I did quite like Martha's impatience and like when the mum's like, I've got to connect to the internet and plug the mouse in and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that was
all good. That's the classic mum situation to have.
Yeah, I like that. But she did it in like an angry, but Martha's impatience at that and everything was quite funny. But yeah, no, very interesting. And the woman that is recording in the background, I was excited watching it at the time because she played Izzy in Hollyoaks. And she probably recently just left. And she's in the DVD I've got, Hollyoaks, Indecent Exposure or Indecent Behaviour. Not Indecent Exposure, Indecent Behaviour. Yeah, so she played Izzy for a long time in Hollyoaks. Okay. And I've not seen her in anything else, but she got this like one part in Doctor Who. So I was like, yes, she's got more work. So that's quite fun. Right, what else is going on?
Mark,
so while
we've got 25 minutes left.
we're sticking to the thing, are we? Okay, we'll try. I mean, I am editing this. I am editing this as well, so we'll see. It's probably going to be less. Might be less. Who else we got? The rest of the crew. So the Doctor is with them. The rest, they're just. What do they do? They're trying to like fix stuff, aren't they? There's a lot of fixing and bits and pieces going on and running up and down. And then Carwyn is the guy that gets possessed first. So he's going around. So we've got our threat, haven't we? He's possessed by the sun.
But it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because I quite liked this idea that there's no clear, they haven't been anywhere, nothing's happened, no one's been on board. So there's no real clear answer to begin with. You know, and even when he's threatening her, Michelle Collins' character, right? Even when he's threatening the captain, being like, you did this, and there's nothing really defined as like, where has this come from? Why has this happened to them? Until it happens to the Doctor and it all gets explained.
Yeah, there's a little hint with the captain where she's got a few excuses of why things have gone wrong. And you're like, okay, there's definitely something there.
There's obviously something, but it's not like, someone opened a cargo. Like the rest, it's not like we've got some dishonest member on board. Do you know what I mean?
That's it, yeah, because I think more in like a classic story, so there's always going to be one that's like sneakily doing something or working with the aliens or something like that. But they're all actually like a good crew. Okay, yeah, the captain, like, they sort of knew what they were doing. They're doing like a
Well,
little
she's doing
stuff,
it because
but
she's just trying to save time and she's being lazy and she didn't check.
yeah. It's
Human fault.
they're not like villains or baddies of the week
No.
or anything like that. It's more like, this is what's happened and this is the consequence of what's happened. I actually got a little bit confused as I was going through, because Corwin is possessed and then he gets killed and then the other guy gets possessed, because they're all wearing that mask thing. I was like, someone was like, Corwin's dead. I was like, I thought he was over there. I totally missed the other guy got.
You do have
Well,
to
cool.
follow it. Like, because he does wake back up a lot and they're like, no, he's dead, and then you see him up. You do have to follow it.
You do, yeah. And obviously you get like the sort of other minor characters get like picked off one by one. And you got a bit of a catchphrase, burn with me, which is like always good to have a catchphrase for a
Always
monster.
good to have a catchphrase.
Going over to the Doctor though, when he gets possessed and he goes out, that's some really strong performances, you know, when you see him in pain and all of that. And it's a really simple thing, isn't it? They just have to get like the cold as much as possible to get like the sun or whatever that's in him out. We also have to talk about, I just want to talk about Martha. Martha gets jettisoned into space.
I found it a really powerful moment, because you see them sort of apart and drift off. And that is a moment where I'm watching that and I'm thinking, he is not getting her back. Like, she's going into the sun.
I mean, the last time someone got jettisoned was Katerina, and that didn't end well.
She was outside. She wasn't in a capsule.
She pushed the button, though. Yeah, that was a bit different, but it's the same thing.
But she's jettisoned off, and you see him at the door, and he's like, I'll save you. She can't hear it. And you do kind of think like, I mean, I remember thinking, like, watching it then, thinking, she's not coming back.
Well, it's really effectively done, because it's really
Quiet.
silent for a few minutes, isn't it? And so you really can feel like the distance between them. There's literally no sound. Out in space, you know, no one can hear you type thing. Yeah, that's really effective. I feel like if this was the 60s, that would be Barbara. I just feel like that would be Barbara.
Oh, yeah, it would have been Barbara.
Be a typical Barbara thing. But I like how that Martha is with Riley, possible couple of the decade to put down there.
Yeah, they're great.
I've got to make a note of them where I can. They're few and far between. But Riley and Martha's great. And it's really well lit as well, isn't it? All of the oranges, and then it's like the blues in the capsule and everything. The whole thing is just like coloured lighting throughout the whole thing. It's really effective.
It's very yellow, this episode.
Well, yeah, because of the sun and like, because it's like, it's not like in no way overly lit or anything. It's just really, I just think it's really well lit. Because then I suppose that helps when it's darker, when their eyes flare up, and you know, it makes it a bit more effective, doesn't it? And that's when Martha calls the mum again the second time. And you have that moment where she's probably realising, isn't she? Okay, this is more dangerous maybe than I thought. She can't catch a break. She's like, finally, I get I get to travel in the TARDIS. We have this really like stressful, almost death situation. But I suppose that's every week. I just wanted to have a bit of fun. I suppose she met Riley though, and she got a kiss at the end. So at least that's something.
Oh yeah, and that was quite nice actually. I found it quite. This was a nice episode for her, because we didn't have mention of you know who.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Finally.
This was finally like a bit of an independent episode for her. It's nothing to do with their romance, other than them being her a companion with the Doctor on the ship and her trust in him. And the thing with the mum thinking that there's a problem there. She gets that sort of nice independent moment with Riley. Like, I was like, yeah, this is a great episode for Martha.
And the Doctor's like, be careful. And they trust each other now as well. They like, save each other's life in this. And then Martha helps, you know, she's got to get the message across to dump all like the fuel and everything, which is sort of like an obvious thing. I know what it is. I know what we've had before. I don't know if you remember this episode. It's just come to me. Planet of Evil, Fourth Doctor, Sarah Jane. They went down to that planet. Oh, all the spacemen had like plunging necklines in their space. I don't know if you remember. And the ship was trying to take off and the antimatter was holding it down. They had to they were stealing it off the planet and the ship couldn't go, so they had to dump all the antimatter before the ship could go. It's the same kind of concept.
Yeah.
That's it. It's Planet of Evil, but in space. That's it. I don't know what else we talked about that one. It was like the Jekyll and Hyde man, and he turned funny when he had the antimatter stuff. Anyway, no, maybe not a memorable one. But yeah, it's that kind of idea.
That. I do remember that, but yeah. I mean, yeah, this, like I said, the storyline itself feels like a classic Doctor Who storyline.
Yeah, I don't know why it got so much sort of, well, not hate, but it really didn't do, like, people were like, maybe because there wasn't anything else to it. Like, it didn't have that extra other character that was going to, like, mess stuff up. That sort of third element, it was very, Martha's off doing this, Doctor's doing this, there's somebody being taken over. It's quite simple when you break it down. But I think because you've got that countdown, it does make it quite exciting. And there's that sort of third act where the Doctor's taken over. I mean, it's going to happen, isn't it? I think you sort of know he's going to get out of it, though. You don't feel like this is it. Even when Martha got jettisoned, I didn't particularly feel like this was it. I mean, they get back quite quickly. The Doctor just manages to run down and press the button. You know, well, actually, no, he's outside, isn't he? Trying to
and that's a really good moment. I think I enjoyed that.
You have to have someone out doing a bit of a spacewalk type thing. Maybe I quite liked it because you don't have much of like the dialogue with the alien, and they don't explain anything. They're not like, you get what you need to know. It's this thing, but the Doctor knows about it because he's sensing it. Or it's not like you're having a conversation with a whispery voice or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Which you could easily have done. I think that's maybe what it is. And you just have the fun of the quiz questions and the characters and everything. Actually, I would say I enjoyed this more than the last couple of weeks. Like, better than Lazarus one, better than the Daleks one for me.
I enjoyed it more than last week's. I did enjoy it. I feel like we're going up now. Still preferred not last week's, the week before's.
The Daleks?
No, the one before that then. Oh,
Gridlock in the cars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing where Martha's like stuck in that capsule. She's like, I could have been in the car for like 6 years. This is nothing for me. She's done all that before. She should be used to it. But I suppose that's the thing. And I was thinking, when they were jettisoned, I was like, well, that's not so bad. It's just like being in the car. And I was like, oh yeah, they're falling towards the sun. That's the problem. They've probably got like food. I was like, if it's like food or water or anything, no, it's because they're going to fall towards the sun. If they didn't have the sun, it would be fine. They can just drift
down. Yeah, it's
down.
not as dramatic. And I think it's because we know what the sun is. We know that feels like final. It'd be like if they were falling towards a black hole or something.
Yeah. It's not just like drifting out into space. Any other sort of highlights or moments? We are way under 42. We're going to be way under 42 this time.
You've got 4 minutes, Mark. You've got 4 minutes and you're not editing. But it's just a really strong episode for Martha. I'm interested to see where it's going to go next. I'm trying to remember what was on the thing for the next trailer.
Well, the next one is a two-parter.
Another two-parter? Gosh.
It's a good one. I'm really looking forward to that one. But yeah, it's called Human Nature. So yeah, we've got 2 parts. And yeah, the only sort of hint we had at the end as well. So Martha's mum is like, come back. It's election day, she says. And obviously it's this Mr. Saxon thing is still going on. That is left again as part of like the arc. We sort of left the Rose arc stuff now. And now we're into like the proper story arc of the thing. I wasn't going to say a name, but I said a name.
I missed it. I didn't take that in.
Okay. I just mentioned Rose. I mentioned Rose.
Well, we have to go some sort of time mention it. No, I do. I think it's a very strong Martha story. The Doctor's acting in this is fantastic. That's like the strongest. Not like he hasn't been strong, but this is like really strong throughout.
Well, he's in pain. You don't really see him in pain like that a lot.
Not for as long, because I mean, when he's out there on the ship and he's reaching and all that. And then he gets that sort of thing in his ear from the guy that's like, go on, you can do it, who's been so, pessimistic the whole time. And then when he's like you said, he's in pain for so long. He's just so good.
The only weaker moment was that other woman, the second one that got killed, where she's in the locker and she's like, do this, do that, make drinks. Oh, kill me now. It's just that's just it's a bit cheesy and cringe, and I don't think anybody could have acted that dialogue particularly well, but just the way it's done, I can see like it being written down and that being like a really funny moment, but the way it came across was not. It was just terrible. I feel so sorry for her. Worst moment of the episode for me. She's not up. I'm going to put that down as worst moment for the Oscars.
Yeah, find your worst moments now, Mark. We'll forget by
Locker woman. 42. Yeah, I didn't like. That was the only bit I didn't like. But no, I really enjoy this one.
There we go.
Okay. Well, there we are. We're probably going to be under 42 minutes for this particular one. But I can't stretch out anymore because we liked it, and there's not.
We know this when it's decent and good. There's not really a lot to say. It's when things are terrible and boring.
Yeah, so good one, very good one. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to the next two-parter.
Where can you find us, Mark?
Well, you can find us on social media at 2watchwho and at patreon.com/2watchwho. We're going to record a little extra for our Patreons now as well. And we will see you all next week for Human Nature, the first episode's called. It's a very good one.
Bye.
Actually, it's one of my favourites. Bye.
Bye.
Working hard for everyone. It's nothing.